Hello. Right, this is your first practical lesson. So next year for your coursework, you're going to have to do some photography, edit it into either a poster or a magazine, and then you're going to have to kind of make it into a genre product. So I want to show you first of all how to work with Canva, which is the software we're going to be using this year. And I would like you to make a vampire poster. You're going to find the image on Google. You're going to come up with a title, come up with a tagline, and a release date, and perhaps tell me who is starring in it. So the first thing we need to do is Google Canva, and you'll come to this screen here. If you go to sign up with Google, it should take you to your Aquinas account. So there's mine. Okay, so Canva is a free piece of software. I'm going to show you how to make something and then save it. And I'm also going to show you how to download it. So if we're making a film poster, it's American, so we would say movie poster. And then it brings up all of your options. Now, some of these are free and some of these are paid. Try not to go for the paid ones because it will set you on a 30-day trial, and we don't want to be paying for this software. So here we see every kind of film poster, and we have a bunch of genre stuff. We have kind of these romantic ones. We have survival films. We have horror here and here. I'm going to use, I think, this one. So this is the template I'm going to use. When it eventually works. Okay, so there's my poster, and you can see all the different layers of this poster. I'd get rid of your templates for now so that becomes nice and big. There we are. Now, before I did this tutorial, I went on Google Images and found my image. So you might want to pause and do the same. I'll give you a few minutes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is upload my photo from Drive or my desktop. If you're coming from Google Drive, it would be Google Drive. If you're coming from your desktop, it would be from the device. So I'm going to use this image of Claes Bang, the guy who played Dracula in the most recent BBC version. And all I have to do then is, actually I'm not going to drag it on first, I'm going to get rid of the picture first of all. So I put that there, and you can then right click and replace the background. And there's my poster. So now what I need to do is play around with the text, and I'm trying to create a genre. I'm trying to create a horror film. Second. Right, so just trying to increase that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we might choose to put the star's name there. Heck, there we go. So Claes Bang in Fright Night. I'm going to change the name of the film, I think. So he's got blood, he's licking his fingers. I'm going to call it Bite Me. And then with your text, if you don't like the font, you can change it. So I like this in the sense it looks like blood, but I think I want something perhaps a bit more definite. So let's see what abyss looks like. There. So that now looks like it's written in blood. I could always go with something a bit more. Where's Bebas gone? Sorry, there we go. So I could always go with something a bit more definite like this. I could go with this font, Bebas Neue, which is the same font that 442 uses. It's a very, very popular font. Pop it in bold, and it looks like that. You can also then change the colour of it if you wanted. So obviously vampires, let's go with red. It will select some colours for you. So that goes there like that. I actually do prefer the other font. I'm going to change it back. So it's called Edo. There we go. So what I can then do here is add a tagline. So bite me. Let's see, what could our tagline be? Red eyes, lips, teeth. It's a fantastic horror adventure. I know that's kind of rubbish, but I'm trying to get this tutorial done. So, a fantastic horror adventure. I don't like that in bold, so I'm going to change it. Sorry, in italics, so I'm going to change it. Go on. There we go. And there's a trick we can do here to make that take up less space. So if you click here, you can actually reduce the space between the lines. Like this. And then when we do that, we see that our text takes up less space and gives more space to the star. So I'm going to put a release date here, October 30th, 2019 is fine. I'm not going to put a location. I am going to put the website information. So I'm going to say, for more info, visit biteme.com. Now, if I want to add extra text to this, you just go to your text here, and it will ask you whether you want to add heading, subheading, or a little bit of body text. If you want to just add the date, you can click on body text. It will just put a little box on there for you. You can drag it wherever you want. And I'm going to change the date. Okay. So far I've got the actor, I've got my representation of a vampire, I have those codes of the blood, the red eyes, licking the fingers, the fangs, that rich clothing, so the grand opera cape, the suit, the expensive ring, all to connote the wealth of this vampire. What you can do, there's a little trick. So if your text isn't really visible, you go to your elements box and you can put a shape in. So I normally put a square in, like that. You drag it over the text. And then what we do is reduce the size of it like this, change the colour. So say I want it in like that greyish there. And then up here, we can change the transparency. So if you bring the transparency right down, so we can see his fingers. You'll see that we can now see our actor, but we can also see our text. So that there is a really smart movie poster. So to save this, you go to File, Save to Folder, and you're going to create a new folder. So here, I've already made a folder because I've done this once before. I'm going to save it to my media folder there. And then the other thing you can do is download this. So you can choose to download it as a JPEG rather than a PDF. So there. Choose to download it. And then it will show up on your desktop or in your folder. Do make sure that when it downloads, you choose where it's going to download to. Do it to your desktop or do it to your AQ folder. Otherwise, everything's going to get lost. So I open this. And there's my poster. So you can then email that to your tutor or you can drop it in Google Classroom. You've now shown me that you can A, use this software, B, you understand photography and framing, and C, that you can create genre and a narrative. Okay, so that's basically all our work for this topic, as well as a little bit of coursework prep. So well done. If you can get through all of that, it shouldn't take you too long. It is fun. Drop that in Google Classroom and then we can see what you've done. Okay, bye.